I guess what Brandy suggested I do is schedule it and leave it alone in my phone and don't go through all the steps. So that's what I did last week, and that's what I've done this week. And I don't know, it seems to work. It's so weird. I don't understand, but um, yeah, we have our correct orientation there. So I don't know. It didn't upload a thumbnail for me. That's kind of weird. I couldn't get a thumbnail, but you know, okay, whatever. Um, I think I changed it now, but although it's not showing that on my, hang on, I'm gonna go out and come back in. It's not showing that on my, oh, it does there. Okay. Okay, yeah. It didn't save it earlier though, so you had no idea what I was going to talk about or what the, whatever. It's okay. It's all okay, right? Okay. Um, hello. Hello. So, hello to Joyce and Sherry and Paula and Kathy and Patty and Michelle and Catherine and April. Vanessa's here. Kathy Mosier's here. Hello, Marion. Brenda. Hey, Brenda. Let's see. Anybody else? I think that's about it I see right now. So there's Emma. Hello, Emma. Yeah, Joe's here. Hey, Joe. Hello, lovely gals. And Joe. And Joe, who's not a gal. And boy, there we go. That's funny. Um, we'll see how long I make it through this live because my allergies are kicking. They're bad right now. They are bad. Um, so yeah, they're bad. That's all I got. They're bad. I just took. I take an Allegra every day. So today I've taken like two Sudafeds. They're only 4 hours. They're supposed to last 4 hours. I took two of those today. And I just took something else, and I don't recall what it is. It's a prescription that Dale used to get for something. I don't remember. It's supposed to, I don't know. I took one of those. It's supposed to help with stuff like this. Anyhow. Emma, it is supposed to be very warm here coming up next week. It's not warm right now. Right now it's kind of chilly because I've been outside. So I know that it's a little bit cold right now. But yeah, it's supposed to get up into the 70s again. Crazy. 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 I know, Brenda. It's like, okay, my allergies have not been this bad in a while. I mean, I always have allergies. I always say spring to snowfall, I'll have my allergies acting up. Okay, spring to snowfall, truly. But man, they are really bad right now. I don't know why they're so bad. Okay, it is harvest time around here, and they have been harvesting all around me. Behind our house, across the road from our house, down the street from our house. Um, corn, lots of corn. Okay, so there's a lot of like dust stuff in the air, from the chaff and the dirt coming up and all that stuff. So my allergies are just they're on fire. So the Allegra's not cutting it. It's like not even hardly doing anything. Um, the Sudafed usually helps, and it just doesn't seem to have done anything. So I tried this other thing. I can't remember what it's called. Dale would know what it is, but the only medicine that comes to mind is wrong because that's cholesterol medicine. It's not that. Oh, I don't know what it is though. Anyhow, I tried that. So I just took that a little while ago. Um, and we'll see if that helps. Hello, Gina. Gina's here. 43 rain and maybe white stuff. Oh, I remember those. The good old days. It was, I used to say it was usually raining here on Halloween. It was usually a cold, dreary, rainy night. I don't know about other places, like when trick or treating occurs. I know that some people, I think, trick or treat like in the afternoons, maybe, or earlier in the day. Trick or treating around here is always 6 to 8. So at 6 o'clock here, it is still light. Okay, because I mean it's 7 o'clock right now, and it's almost dark. Okay, so at 6 o'clock, it's fairly light. Um, oh, Brenda, everything is it's not necessarily clogged because I am blowing my nose like crazy. Stuff is coming out like nuts. So, yeah. Anyhow, um, so it gets dark during trick or treating hours, okay? And so it would get, the sun goes down, and then it always gets colder when the sun goes down. As a matter of fact, I came in a little while ago because the sun went down, and I was like, Dale, I'm cold. I'm going in. Okay, I'm done. I'll be more than happy. I'll tell you why in a minute, but I'll be more than happy to help some more tomorrow. But right now, I'm freezing. Right? I'm cold. And I wasn't really dressed super warm to be outside when the sun went down. It was fine when the sun was still up and I was standing in the sun and it was kind of nice, but then boom, boom, right? 90 in Texas. Oh my goodness. I can't even imagine 90-degree weather right now. 90 degrees in Texas. Um, Patty's like, yeah, wet and cold. It seemed like Halloween was always wet and cold. Always wet and cold for trick or treating and whatnot. There were times I know that kids wore their costumes like over their coat, or they covered up their costume with a coat because it was so cold. Um, Joe, can you share a bottle of rosé? What? Um, 68, tomorrow 49, right? I don't know. It's supposed to be really cold tonight. According to Dale, it's supposed to be really cold tonight. Like really cold. Like maybe below 30? I don't know. But anyhow, so let's back up. Hello, Allison. How is Allison? Paula's got rain. All right. We haven't had rain. We have not had rain. As a matter of fact, we are on a burn ban. Not allowed to burn anything because everything is so dry right now. And that's probably not helping with my allergies. I mean, because a good rain, oh man, a good rain will just bring all that crap out of the air. You know what I'm saying? But right now, no, it's all up in the sky. It's all there, and it's all going right into my face. Oh, where did that come from? It's a piece of the uh, drill bag just plopped right on my painting there. So, yeah. Um, so let me back you up a little bit. First of all, if you watch my whip and chat, I was talking about it was rough. It's been a rough week. It's been a rough week. I've had a lot of emotional things to deal with. Okay? And today was one of those days that was like when you feel like you're down, and you're dealing with stuff, and there's more stuff and more stuff, and you're like, okay, I've had enough. I've just had enough. um, so I went out to the flower garden today. I went to the flower garden um, because some things needed to be done out there. Oh, by the way, I don't have my mic on tonight because my phone was not charged enough, so my phone has to be plugged in. So no mic tonight. So it won't be as clear and as loud as normal. So um, we'll have to deal with that, right? We can either have power, we can have the phone, or we can have less volume, or you know what I mean. One or the other. We can only have one thing or the other thing. So I went out to the flower garden where I could, you know, I could talk. I could get some work done. Thank you, Sherry. Oh, Paula, your clocks go back tonight? Oh, huh. You guys have to make up 6 days of school from the hurricane? What? They don't let you just have a pass on those because of a natural disaster? What? Wow. That just seems crazy. Why? Why? Why don't they give you guys a pass on that? That just seems nuts. Anyhow, I don't. Dale's outside the door doing something, gathering up the boxes that are out there. I think. A lot of rattling around out there. So I needed to do things in the flower garden. I needed to dig up the dahlias because here in Michigan, anyhow, you have to dig those up because those dahlia tubers, if they freeze, they can rot and they'll be no good.
Boxes?
Yeah.
I'm burning them.
Okay, I don't need any of them. Perfect. And I just said we're on a burn ban, but he's gonna burn. Okay. I don't know. Maybe they lifted it. I don't know. So, you have to dig up the dahlia tubers because they do not overwinter very well. Okay. Earthing and grounding. Oh my goodness. Right. So I figured I could go out there and I could do some work, and I could get all my thoughts out. I could talk to people. I could yell at people. I could cry. I could do whatever I wanted to do out in my flower garden and express my feelings. And, I wasn't going to hurt anybody's feelings by things I said. And just, do you ever do that? I mean, tell me I'm not the only one. Okay. Sorry. I have to blow my nose. Tell me I'm not the only one that does that. Okay. Um, it's a therapeutic thing because I am the kind of person I don't like conflict. I don't like conflict. I don't like um having people I, how do I put this? I don't like conflict, and I have a hard time expressing my feelings to people. You know what I mean? Because I just do. I've always been that way. I'll be the person that will just kind of be quiet, and I don't know what to say or how to say it, or so I just like keep it in, and I don't express myself very well. Okay, but out in the flower garden when I'm all alone, I can do that. You know, and I did. I did. You know, did I yell a little? Did I cry? Did I talk to people that weren't there? Did I say things that I needed to say, even though somebody may never hear them? I did, you know? And it's where I can be just raw. raw and true. Where in person, I'm more cautious and careful and don't say exactly what I want to say, you know? So, I mean, I don't know, for fear of making people feel bad. I've been made to feel bad, but I'm worried about making them feel bad or making things worse or whatever. So I just tend to keep it in and I deal with it privately. You know? Anybody else like that? That's how I am. That's how I am. So, anyhow, I'm not the only one. Well, good. Um, right, Joe? I hate it. Absolutely hate it. And as old as I am, you would think that I would have some fantastic method for problem solving with like relationship type situations, and I'm not. I'm not. I'm not good at it. I tend to, I don't know. Um, do I say the wrong things? Do I say it the wrong way? I don't know. You know what I mean? So time in the flower garden just get things out, you know? And I got work done. So, um, however, the work in the flower garden today certainly was not helping my allergies, right? Because I'm out there and I'm digging up the dahlias, first of all, and I got those out. I got them up to the house. I got them rinsed off because you got to rinse the dirt off them and then you got to let them dry. So then I can preserve them, put them back in the refrigerator. Well, I'll forget they're in the refrigerator, right? Okay, you guys, next spring, if I'm asking you what I did with my dahlia tubers, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to put them in the refrigerator down there again, okay? So you've heard it. You have heard it. If I seem to not be able to find them, just remind me. Mindy, didn't you say you were going to put them in the refrigerator? Okay? Oh, you guys are like that too. So I'm not the only one. I mean, wow. Why? It's so hard. Why? Why is it so hard? It's not that way for everybody. Oh, certainly not for everybody. I mean, I experienced that this week for sure, that there are other people in my life who will just come right out and they're just like blunt and um blunt to the point of ow, ow, wow, really? Huh, okay, and yet I'm always so careful to not be that way. I don't know. Anyhow, I'm done talking about that. Okay, I'm done. I gave it to the garden, and then I had a conversation with Dale when we were doing some work, and just, mm, some things I can maybe do something about. Other things, I don't know if I can. I just have to move on and fix what I can, and you know what I mean. Um, so after I dug up the dahlias, got those dug up, I dug up all of the zinnias because the zinnias are dead. They are dead. We've had enough frost here. They're dead. Right, Catherine? I know. I do too. Um, and sometimes that works, and sometimes he gets it, and sometimes he doesn't, and sometimes, anyhow. Um, so I dug up all the zinnias. All of the zinnias had to be dug up. So I was out there digging and pulling and digging and pulling and digging and pulling. And I got a really huge pile out there. And then I moved on to the celosia because it's also dead, you know. So I dug up that. So that's like 2, 4, 6, 8. I think that's 8 rows of plants I dug up. And so, you know, with my allergies the way they are, being out there and digging up stuff in the garden like that, dirt and stuff and plant life and all that, that probably didn't help a whole lot, but it's what I needed to do. I needed to get it done, and it was a form of therapy, you know? Had a little therapy in my garden and got some stuff done, and now I'm really kind of reaping the benefits, or the not benefits, but reaping the consequences. That's what I'm looking for. Consequences of being in the garden for, I don't know, uh, hour and a half to 2 hours. I don't know how long I was out there. I lost track of time. I don't know how long I was there. But um, I got stuff done and moved on from there. Then, Dale was outside. He was doing some things. And he's like, well, I'm going to get lunch. I don't know what you want to do. I'm like, well, first of all, two kittens are in, one kitten's out. Let me get the other kitten in. So they're all in one place. And so I had to put kittens away, put dogs out to go to the bathroom. It's a whole process. A whole process. When you get ready to go somewhere, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, you know? Um, so got all that done, and we went and we got lunch. And he needed to go to Tractor Supply. I walked over to the Dollar Tree, which is right next to Tractor Supply. I know there were some N's down in here somewhere. Where were they? Where are those? There it is, right there. That little bugger. He's right there, right in the middle of all that stuff. I know there's more up here, but um, so then he finds me in the Dollar Tree and wanted my opinion on something. Okay, I I don't know that my opinion was necessary, but he wanted my opinion. So then I have to go over to Tractor Supply, or outside, looking at different types of posts because we are now putting in an actual fence fence between us and the neighbors, right? Because I have one or two chickens that keep wandering over to their yard. And apparently she doesn't like it. I mean, it's not a rooster. It's not going to attack anybody. They're not really hurting anything. But she's texted me twice about a chicken in her yard. And then yesterday, I wasn't home. I went, was it yesterday? Maybe. I don't know. It's the day I had to go to Hobby Lobby to get a skein of yarn. Did I do that Friday morning or Thursday? One of the two. I don't remember. I wasn't home, but she calls, and now one of the chickens is in her garage. Well, the chicken's in her garage because she has a whole bunch of people there working on their house. There's like 3 vans there. They're doing all this stuff outside the house. I don't know what they're doing, but there's people there. There's commotion, you know. And so my chicken goes into the garage. Okay. I said, so, like, when you just walk towards her, she wouldn't like even scoot away and leave. And she goes, no, she's not leaving. I'm like, okay, all right. I'll just have Dale come get her. And Dale walked over there, and she was like, yeah, she wouldn't go anywhere, and she was acting like she's sick or something. I think that's probably what she's worried about, that she thought the chicken was sick. Well, the chicken's not sick, okay? They just went through molting season. If you know anything about chickens, chickens molt. That means they go through this period where they're kind of like shutting down a little bit for winter. They lose a lot of feathers. They've lost weight. Um, they're not laying eggs. It's a whole weird thing. Bye, Allison. Enjoy your dinner. So she's not sick, and maybe that's the whole crux of what she's worried about. I don't know. Anyhow, Dale goes over there, just walks into their garage and just picks her up and brings her home, right? So, you know, Dale's next response to all that is, well, let's just get rid of the chickens. We'll get rid of the chickens. We'll just give them to Shannon. Shannon can have all the chickens. And I'm like, I don't want to get rid of our chickens because they wander over to the neighbors once in a while. So, Dale has been working very diligently with all of this shrubbery and branches and whatnot to put a barrier between our properties, you know. But apparently they can still get through, and I'm pretty sure I know where they get through because I've watched a chicken come back from the neighbors and I kind of have a general idea of where they come through at, right? So now we're just putting in some T-posts. It's not a big fancy fence. Don't think it's a big old fancy fence. It's not. It's some T-posts and some chicken wire. All right? But him and I have been out there measuring, trying to figure out how far to space the posts apart based on the length of the fence that we have. All that stuff. Um, so we worked on that yesterday for an hour and a half or so. Um, and we worked on it today after we got back from Tractor Supply with more posts. We went out and worked on it. So we have fence up. I finally came in. He was still out there, and I think he was going to do, I think there was just like two or three more posts to attach the fence to, but it was all kind of laid out and ready to go. And he was just putting the fasteners on there when I came in because I was cold and the dogs needed dinner and the cats needed, there was things inside that needed to be done as well. So, and of course, I'm going live at some point here. So, I don't know. It They can still get around the fence down by the pond. The fence does not go right to the water, but I don't think they usually go in down by the water. I never see them down by the water. So, I don't know. The thought is we were going to put the fencing where we put it already. And if they still go over to the neighbors somehow, then we could put the fencing right down to the water if need be, with like one more length of fence, one more post. It's about 15 feet, and we'd hit the water. And that's about what we're spacing the posts out, is at 15 feet. Okay? So, I know, it seems like a lot of work because, and it's not all of my chickens. It's not like all all of them head over there. It's like one. It's like one chicken goes over to the neighbors, or two. I think one day when she texted me, she told me that there were two over there, but she only had a picture of one. And when I went over there, there was only one. So I don't know where the other one was, but there was one chicken. Anyhow, it's probably the one that always wants to follow me around and be right up in my business. Because there is one that is like that. She is in your space. She follows you around like you're going to give her something. Oh, man, there's not very many of these. I hope they make it. I hope they make it. So, I don't know. Right, Catherine? That is my thought. That is my thought. Can't she just shoo them back? Like, typically, if I just walk towards the chickens, they will move. They will walk away from me, you know? And they're not going to hurt anybody. I don't know if Chuck, going over there and attacking has something to do with it, but they're not roosters. They're not mean. If anything, I mean, you could reach down and try to pet one of them. They'd probably run away from you. You know? I just want to say to her, they're not going to do anything. Just if you even go towards them, they're gonna run away from you. You know? But I remember years ago my mom having an issue with their neighbor out in the country, and my mom had a few chickens. Okay, those made it. That was enough of the A's to do what I just needed to do. And of course, there are two right there, two of the symbol I just had out. I don't know. I don't know, Sherry. Maybe she is. She told Dale, okay, she told Dale. Now, her husband, neither one of them are very healthy. She has not eaten food or drink in probably 2 years. She has a feeding tube. They have not been able to figure out why she can't eat or drink anything. Um, so she gets all of her nutrition through a feeding tube. And that's been for a couple of years. Her husband has some heart issue. She told Dale yesterday he's got an autoimmune issue and can't be around birds. And I'm like, okay, he's never outside, first of all, unless he's mowing the lawn. But, I haven't seen him mow the lawn now in 2 weeks or more because there's no lawn to mow. But he's never outside. And my chickens, I don't think, are over there that much or that often or that long when they're there. So I don't know why he would even be around them just because they're in the yard. They have other birds in the yard. She has a bird feeder out front. She feeds the wild birds, and that's part of the reason I'm pretty sure why our birds go over there. We haven't had seed in our bird feeder in a while. Um, we think they're extra hungry right now. We've upped their food so that maybe they will not wander around looking for more food everywhere, especially, at the buffet at the bird feeder over there next door. So, I mean, we're doing everything we can do to, make them happier, to stay home, to not roam. They've been going out front in the other side yard under the apple tree and just hanging out under the apple tree and munching on apples, which seems a little strange to me, but that's what they've been doing. So, I mean, this whole molting season is a weird thing. They need more food. I don't know. But yeah, they're not going to hurt anything. They're not going to hurt a thing. Not a thing, right? Of course they do, Joe. Yes, they eat lots of bugs. Yes. Right? Oh, Marion. This is true, Marion. You cannot vent to the husband if the husband's part of the problem. You're right about that. Uh-huh. So, I don't know. We're trying. He kept them in for the last 2 days. And there are a couple of them that are a little thinner than we like. But again, it has been molting season and they're preparing for winter. And, one of my birds, one of my birds just disappeared. And, I mean, it's not a big surprise that she disappeared because she hasn't been doing the best for a while, and that's Miss Sally. Miss Sally is like she's gone. She has disappeared. She was getting um, real thin. She was losing all of her feathers, and I think she was plucking out her own feathers even, and I don't know why. But you know that happened. So we only have 11 chickens now instead of our even dozen. We have 11, but you know we're doing what we can do. Oh, hello, Crystal. I don't even know what time the game starts. Dale asked me earlier, what time's the game start tonight? And I was like, I don't know. My mind has been on a million other things. I mean, I know the game is on tonight at some point. And I've been busy in the garden, helping him with fencing, yada, yada, yada. So, Oh, it's now. It's on now, of course. Right, Sherry? Right. Um, yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised. I fully expected that one. I fully expected that one. It was just a matter of time. I was waiting, you know. But that's the life of chickens. That's just the life of chickens. They come and they go, and they don't live forever. Um, and they don't live all that long, honestly. But that's what happens. So that's what we've been up to this afternoon and yesterday, trying to put this fencing in. So now it's going right along the property line. It's going into the bushes, along the bushes. Dale's had to get out there and cut some more bushes, get his chainsaw out there and whatnot to get this fence in there. So we'll see. We'll see if it does any good. We'll see if the chickens just are like, all right, it's not worth the trouble to try to find the way through here. So we'll just stay home. And we've really, really, really upped the feed. Like, um, Dale used to feed them in the morning as well as at night and hadn't been doing that. So I'm like, well, maybe you should start, feeding them in the morning again. So we've done that. Um, if they have excess of food here, maybe they won't wander around trying to get food from the neighbor's bird feeder. You know, that's all I can. That's all I can figure. And they're really nice. I mean, they're sociable. They're really little friendly little guys. They like people. They like to be around people. So, oh well, we're doing our best. We are doing our best. So, in case you guys don't know, Crystal is a big U of M fan, and I am a Michigan State fan, right? And those two teams are rivals, like big rivals. So, we had some real troubles last year, and we got a new coach and all that stuff. And this year it's been okay. It's much better. So there's some good things going on. We certainly haven't won all of our games or anything. I was listening to some of the sports commentators talk about it today, and they were like, "So yeah, Michigan State's doing just about exactly what people would have expected for this year, with a building year, new coach, new coaches, because they bring on their own people that they want as well. And, you know, we've won some games, we've lost some games. Um, you know, now Michigan had like a very good year last year. Um, I won't get into any of my thoughts about Michigan's coach last year and some of the things he did, but they had a good season as far as winning games. Now, this year, they now have a new coach as well. Um, and they're not winning all of their games either. But, I mean, I would, I, I would imagine, probably, in all likelihood, they will win this game as well. But, I just hope, this is what I hope. I hope that MSU. Oh, are they both 4-2 now, Crystal? Oh, okay. Thanks for the info. I didn't know that their records were actually exactly the same. I thought Michigan probably had at least one more win than we did. But the oldest living chicken is 20. I can't even imagine that. The oldest chicken, 20. That wow. You must be nothing but skin and bones. Sorry. Oh boy. But yeah, I would just hope that we play a good game, you know, we do some things right. You know, it is definitely a learning, building year. And, you know, they always play a good game together. I mean, being rivals, it's always a battle. You know what I mean? Because, ooh, stakes are high when you're playing the in state rival, And it has been a rivalry forever and ever and ever. So, always, always a good game. Always. But I hope that the guys play well, and I hope they're learning a lot, and I hope they're improving, and, all of those things. So I'll tune into it after my live is over and see how it's going. I used to sit and watch every game every Saturday when I was teaching, because it was a great time for me to sit and grade papers, you know, sometimes work a little bit on lesson plans or whatnot. I would do that during the game. So it was a great time to get some schoolwork done. And now that I don't have the schoolwork to do, I'm not as uh, planted to the couch as I used to be. And, sometimes they're on Saturday nights. And, what am I doing on Saturday nights? I am live on Saturday night. So I catch it when I can, you know. I'm still a huge fan. Still a huge fan. And that will never change. I mean, I am green and white all day long. All day long. Green and white for me. Um, Hello, Irene. Oh, you got a chuck along tray like this one right here, this chuck along tray. It came from oh goodness. Um Firefly. Firefly trays. Okay? If I looked at the back, it says it right on the back. Firefly. So you go to Firefly trays. It's very pretty. Very pretty. I'm uprooted. Oh, Crystal. Oh. You you have no idea how uprooted. you know? Been having a big conversation with Dale about that today, about life changes in life, and just, how things change over time. And I'll tell you what, retiring, it's a huge, huge adjustment, you know? I think I adjusted a lot easier than Dale has adjusted to retirement. He still, I don't, I don't think he's really settled yet. You know, like I retired and I instantly had things to do. I had lots of things to do, things to occupy my time. You know, I diamond paint. I started crocheting more when I retired. Did you notice that? When I retired is when I really started crocheting more and adding that in to the fray, you know? And I don't think Dale has really found a, a groove. You know what I mean? A groove. So I keep waiting for him to find a groove. When he was helping out the farmer and working over at the um, assisted care home, he was like, he was motivated. He was busy. He would get up and he would be over there, fairly early in the morning, get started painting or whatever, and you know, that's kind of all done, and he doesn't have that anymore. Now, I've told you guys, he still gets called by this person and that person and the next person to do things for them. And that gives him something to do and makes him feel useful, needed, all of that stuff. But it's not like it's steady, you know? It's not steady. It's um it's a little thing here or a little thing there. Like the other night. Well, for a couple nights this last week. The neighbor kid down the street who is a big deer hunter. Well, he lost his hunting spot down the road because somebody came in and bought that property. And of course, so now he can't put his deer blind down there on the property and he can't hunt down there. So he's uh, working on a new stand, not the whole stand, not the blind itself, but what to put it on. If that makes any sense to people. People who don't hunt probably have no idea what I'm talking about. Um, Hang on, gotta blow my nose again. Right, Paula? So, I mean, no matter what reason or how you retire, I think that can be a thing. You know, I did not feel that way when I retired. I mean, I had things to do. I had YouTube, I had other things to do. I didn't feel that. I believe Dale does feel that for sure. Like he flounders, he doesn't know what to do. And then he sees me, who I have regularly scheduled things that I do, you know, and I don't know. I don't know. It's a weird thing. Um, that's what we're talking about today. I was asking him, is it because you're retired? Are you feeling, or since you're retired, are you feeling, kind of lost or what? You know? And he kind of said, well, yeah, he thinks so. He hasn't found something. He hasn't found his thing. You know what I mean? He needs to find a thing. Yeah, he needs to find a thing. So, I don't know. He found out the other day that his supervisor, the one that he had when he retired, she's finally retiring. He told me, he said, November or something. I think it's November or something. He said, I'll be gone, blah, 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 somewhere. I'm like, okay, why? I gotta sneeze. Oh my goodness. I hate it when there's a sneeze coming and you know there's a sneeze and then it doesn't come and you don't sneeze. You know what I mean? Just sneeze already. You feel so much better when you sneeze, right? Get it out. Just sneeze. So anyhow, she's retiring. So there will be a little retirement party for her at like a local bar and grill type place. They'll probably do it right after work, which is what they usually do when somebody retires from his work. They have a little get together at a local eatery, bar and grill type place, and they usually do it right after work because everybody is, they can just stop by after work on their way home and, that kind of thing. Oh, goodness. Here we go. Pickleball. Now, I do not see Dale playing pickleball ever. No, I don't see that happening. Today he mentioned that we used to hike, and I'm like, where did we hike? We only hiked when we went on vacations, and we're not we're not vacationing all the time. We did hike when we went on vacation. When we went to Tennessee back in the spring, we did hike, but we don't hike at home. There's no place to hike here. I mean, we can go for a walk. Okay, and here's what I think something that's going to happen real soon is we'll start going to the gym, like, regularly, a few times a week. And that is something scheduled. You know what I mean? I think he needs something scheduled. He needs to have some things in his life that are scheduled to give him some purpose. So we'll start planning our trips to the gym, you know, probably 3 times a week. So pickleball is, it's kind of like tennis. You're on a court and you have a paddle and you have a ball and you, it's kind of like tennis, which never makes any sense to me. Why old people play pickleball? Because um it's a lot of running around. It's a lot of running back and forth, chasing this little ball around with your paddle, right? And I don't know, but me being an older person now, that does not seem like something I want to do. I don't want to run around on a court chasing after a little ball. I mean, the paddles are kind of like um, not racquetball, but paddle ball. If you've ever played like paddle ball but bigger, I don't know. It's just a whole thing. I don't understand it myself. I don't get it. But I'll tell you this, Dale will not ever play pickleball. That's not going to be something he does. So, um, we haven't even gone for walks lately. Why haven't we gone for walks? Um, I don't know. Because it gets dark so early? That shouldn't matter. I don't know. I don't know. Things change and I don't know. That's all I got is I don't know. But I mean, we talked about going to the gym the other day. We almost went to the gym the other day. Except I wanted to get up and take a shower, and he's like, "Well, I thought we were going to the gym." And I said, "But I really need to take a shower. I really just want to take a shower right now. You know, I've been having this allergy thing. Taking a nice hot shower just seemed like a great thing to do. Um, and honestly, going to the gym with sneezing and runny eyes and all of that just didn't seem like a fun thing to do, you know? It did not seem very appealing to me at the moment. So I just really didn't really want to go. But anyhow, I know we need to. I know we need to. Um, the therapy and stuff I did for my shoulder. Um, there's many exercises I can do at the gym to keep strength in that arm, so it doesn't hurt. It hasn't been bothering me a whole lot, but I need to keep working it and keep doing those exercises, and those are pretty easy to do at the gym. You know what I'm saying? Man, there's some things I can do at home for sure. They gave me bands and I have weights and all that, but going to the gym just seems, um, there you go. So I'm sure we'll start that. I'm just reading a comment there. I'm like, I'm trying what? She started when I was 3 months old. She started her job when you were three. Is that what? Okay, I think that's what you're saying. I know, Marion. Pickleball does not seem like fun to me. I don't want to. I didn't like tennis when I had to play tennis, like for gym and school, and why would I want to play pickleball? I don't know. But I see the gym in our future, maybe even as soon as tomorrow. Maybe even as soon as tomorrow, because Sunday morning was always a given for us to go to the gym, right? Sunday morning, gym. And now that we would go a couple other nights a week, but now that we're retired, we can go in the middle of the day. We can go in the morning. We can go whenever. But we're going to have to just sit and talk about a schedule. A schedule for many things, actually. Yes, let me just say that. We need to talk about how to schedule our lives. How do we schedule our lives now that you are retired and I still have, well, I have a part time job. You know, YouTube is a part time job. And, I make money doing it. And that being said, that being said, I want to just, I'm not going to name any names because the people know who they are. But I have received some very kind, very, very kind gestures this week. And I want those people to know how special those were to me because with you not having any idea the kind of week I've been having, well, maybe you did after the whipping chat a little bit, but the kindness of people is overwhelming. It is amazing. And I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You know who you are. And thank you a million times over. Thank you. Okay? You have no idea how much that means, you know? So, thank you. All right? The dog is out there whining. I don't know why she's whining. I mean, she's closed out of the office here because I can't have the cat in here because Mr. Sunny will come in here and he'll make it so that I cannot diamond paint. He will be on my lap. He will be trying to get on the diamond painting, and that's not happening. He is not getting up on my diamond painting. But I don't know why she's whining. I have no idea what she's whining about. I put him out to go to the bathroom before my live. I don't know. Let's see if she wants to go out again. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you. I got a sliver in my finger from my zinnias. Did you know that zinnias have funky little hairy pokey things on their stems? They do. Do you want to go out? Come on. You don't need water. I'm like, she doesn't need water. She has water. So I just put her outside. We'll see how long that lasts before she's barking. She'll be barking in a minute. She'll be barking in a minute. I hated everything PE. Right? I did not like gym class. I did not like all of that. I got to be more athletic. I'll call it athletic as a 40-year-old. Because when I was 40, I decided I was too fat. And I'm just going to say it that way. I was too fat. I had hit a weight on the scale that I was like, no, that is totally unacceptable. No, 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 no. And went on a journey to, oh, shoot, I'm glad I saw that real quick. There's two of these right over here. A journey to get healthier and more fit, active, lose weight, and I did. Okay? So that was when I became, oh, dang it. Oh, there's more. Wow, these are sneaky little buggers. They're like a little triangle, and they're mixing in with the little arrow. They're hiding on me. So that's when I got active and more physically fit. I mean, I did tough stuff. I'll just say I did tough stuff. If you know anything about Jillian Michaels, I'll just throw that name out there. Jillian Michaels, as a fitness trainer, she was with The Biggest Loser. And then she had her own line of tapes, and she would kick your butt. Kick your butt. So yeah, I got really active and really fit, and oh, I remember that. I could not climb that rope, Melinda. I could not climb that rope. I couldn't do it. And trying to do a pull up. A pull up. I mean, raise your hand if you can do a pull up. A chin up. Is that what they're called? A chin up. Can any of you do that? I mean, come on. I I can't. I couldn't even begin to do a chin up, a pull up, or whatever they're called. When you say pull up, now you think of the baby diaper things, right? Pull ups. I couldn't do one. I couldn't do them back then. Why could I do it now? Right? I don't know. I can't. But I could work out like a banshee. I was running 5Ks all over the place. Even when I met Dale and we got married, we did a few 5Ks together. I don't remember how many we did together. I don't know. Several. Several. So, and I used to really try my best to run. I was never super fast, but I got pretty darn quick at a 5K. I was, I was pretty good. I placed in a few things for my age group because, man, I'm older. I'm not one of the young guns. I'm in my 40s, you know, and I was doing all right. Then I retired, and then COVID came, and then a whole bunch of crap happened, and I, started staying home and not going to work and not doing this and not doing that and gaining weight and but I'm kind of getting back. Not that I'm doing stuff at that same level. I'm definitely not doing stuff at the same level. Um, but I can do push-ups on my counter. There you go. Joe despised PE, right? I know. You could climb the rope and could do chin-ups, like 5 of them. Yep, do push-ups on your counter all day. Do wall push-ups. That's part of my therapy. For my arm, is a wall push-up. Wall push-ups are actually pretty good. I have walked so many miles. I walk and walk and walk and walk and walk and walk and walk, right? Hello, Sue. Paula, you won medals for running and high jump in high school. And now you're lucky if you can walk to the end of the front path. Well, Paula, walk to the front path. Do what you can do. Do what you can do. Just even if it's just getting up several times a day and walking around the house for a minute. What we do. Hang on, let me let this dog in. I got something to say. Just a sec. What we do, this craft that we do, that we love, is such a sedentary craft. It is such a sit on your butt kind of thing, right? And I will say, I will totally attribute when I started gaining weight again around COVID time and all of that junk, I will say diamond painting contributed to it. Definitely contributed. Because there wasn't any place to go. You couldn't do anything. You couldn't go anywhere. You weren't supposed to see people. Blah, 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 blah. All that stuff, right? And I didn't have a job. I didn't have other things to do. I wasn't going anywhere. And I sat on my butt and diamond painted. A lot. I used to diamond paint a whole lot more than I do now, right? It would be unheard of for me to take 2 months to finish this Chuck Pinson. That never would have happened in the past. I would have had this thing done. But now, it takes me 2 months. It's taking me 2 months to finish this. Now, I will say, I'm going to be done well under the end of the month deadline, right? Um, yeah, get out, Paula. Do whatever you can do. That's where I'm headed with this. We sit. You have to sit to do this. Well, you don't have to. I suppose you could get yourself a standing desk. There's always that possibility. You could get a standing desk. You could stand, or you could have one of those cool easels, raise it way up, and get yourself like one of those little under the desk little pedal things for some activity. You know what I mean? But it really is such a sedentary thing that we do here. And I have gotten to the point where I'm like, I cannot sit for long, extended periods of time. I can't. I can't do it. Um, it starts to hurt my butt. um, it I get bored of just sitting here. You know, I've got to get up. I've got to move throughout the day or the evening. And I don't diamond paint during the day. I never come in here during the day to diamond paint unless I'm recording my whip and chat. My diamond painting is always at night after the chickens and the ducks are in and the dogs are fed and dinner is done and dinner is cleaned up and all of those things are when I diamond paint, right? So my sitting time is a lot less than it used to be. I sit and crochet in the morning. Maybe I honestly I can probably crochet longer than I diamond paint. Why? Because it's in the morning when it's quiet in my house and Dale is asleep still. There you go, Catherine. Get your daughter on the bus. Perfect. um, so it's quiet. Dale's asleep. I'm sitting on the couch, which probably makes a big difference. The couch is just more cushy and more comfortable. I don't diamond paint on my couch. I'm never going to diamond paint sitting on the couch. That is not something I'm going to start now after 5.5 years. I'm not going to start diamond painting on the couch. Almost 6 years. Almost 6 years. Let me take that back. So that's why I can sit and crochet longer. Um, oh goodness, Melinda. You don't eat because you don't snack because you're diamond painting, and you're getting a workout petting the dog. Oh boy. And I do a lot of things. Yes, I do a lot of things. And I have to. I have to keep busy. I cannot just sit and do one thing over and over and over and over again, right? Um, Started way after COVID. I started way before COVID. So, um, yeah. hmm Yeah, I cannot diamond paint on the couch. I'm not even going to try that. I'm not even going to try that. I don't even want to start that, right? Not even going to start it. So, but, with that being said, my whole point was since this is such a sedentary thing to do, you have to make yourself get up. You have to make yourself get up, You got to get up. You got to walk away. You got to go for a little walk around your house. You got to go to the mailbox. Go get the mail. Okay, some of you are probably going to say, well, my mail's right on the porch. Well, my mail is clear down the road, down to the end of the road, the end of the driveway. It is over 200 steps to go to the mailbox and back. Trust me, I know, I've counted it out. How many steps it is to the mailbox and back. Over 200 steps, okay? Um, get up, let the dog out. Uh, you got to do some things throughout the day. I'm always, and Please, please do not take this the wrong way. Do not think I am pointing fingers or any blame on anybody. But I know there are people who will sit for hours upon hours in just diamond paint. Maybe they'll get up and go to the bathroom. Maybe they don't. I don't know. But I I I can't do that. I get too bored sitting here for hours upon hours. And it's not good for us. It isn't. I mean, it's not good for us. We have to get a little more activity in our life. So that's my little sermon for the day. I'll get off my uh, pulpit here, but I know what it did to me when I sat so much throughout COVID, and I gained back a lot of the weight that I had worked so hard to lose in my 40s. And now here I am working hard again, trying to lose it again. And I am. I've got some help, I will say. I've had some little help with losing weight because it got really, really hard to lose weight. But I'm losing it slow, slow, slow. But it's happening. All right. Um, always on the couch. I can't do that. I've never been able to do that. Anyhow, um, you have a package lip stuff. What lip stuff and thin plastic tips? Okay, interesting combination of items there. Lip stuff and plastic tips. Okay. Um. Oh, good, Paula. I'm glad you feel more independent. That is awesome. Spread out your time throughout the day. Absolutely. Go do something else. Yes, yes, absolutely. Yeah. You can tell I've lost. How can you tell, Brenda? How can you tell? Have you seen me in enough videos that you can tell? I don't know. I have lost almost 40 pounds. Almost. Um, Depending on the day and what the scale decides to say, it's between 35 and 40. Um, I had a goal of, well, hang on. I haven't actually, I have a number in mind I want to get back to, but how many pounds is that? Oh, 45 to 50. That's what I want to lose. That's what I want to lose. Um, so right now, I mean, I just said I'm pushing the 40. So if I lost another 15, I'd be looking good, but not looking good. I'd be, I'd be good for, I'd be getting close to the true goal that I have in my head. But that's just, that's just basically kind of to get me to back to where I was before, where I was kind of happy. But even then, I wanted to lose some more weight. But you know, so I'm just gonna keep going and doing what I do, and getting back to the gym will only help with that. You know, get back on the treadmill, get some walking done, and then I got to do those exercises for my arm and my shoulder and stuff. Dale is having a really hard time with his shoulder since falling through the roof of the garage. Yeah, it's really giving him a hard time. He was up last night and came out to the couch and slept reclined in the couch and took some drugs, I don't know, Advil, ibuprofen, had an ice pack, all that. Then when I got up this morning and I find him on the couch, um, I brought him the heating pad. He's just been, I think he really jammed that thing when he fell through the roof. Um, I don't know. Anyhow, enough of all that. Too much seriousness in my life right now. I'm just too much seriousness, too much heavy stuff. I just want to get back to laughing and goofing around and having a good time and being, you know, more carefree, I guess. Well, with that being said, my time to shine with uh, diamond paintings is upon us. My time is here, right? Yeah, I don't do them on the fireplace anymore. I didn't get good lighting there, and it was too hard to do yarny videos on the fireplace with all the stuff. Now I have a small little tripody phone holder type thing, selfie stick combination. It's an interesting thing. And I can put that on the coffee table in front of me, and I can put projects on the coffee table in front of me, and then I've got the whole couch to put things. It just works out a lot better on the couch. I don't know. So I know, Paula. I know that's why I got a little helper, Paula. I got a little helper. Mm-hmm. You know how we talk about, mama's little helper. Well, I have some help as well. So, um, let's see. No, falling through the roof is not a good thing. No, not a good thing. Mm-mm. Right? Well, that's one way to look at it, Brenda. You have to have those serious times to enjoy the fun times. Mm. Wow. Huh. Huh, huh, huh. So, oh, Sherry, a while back you asked me about zinnia seeds. Yes, yes. I saved seeds from all of the zinnias I have out there. I got quite a few. I got them put away in some envelopes where they'll stay nice and dry until next year, and I'll be able to grow those again because I really enjoyed those zinnias. They were all so pretty. So, yep, I saved seed, and um, I learned how to save the seed. I learned what was seed and what wasn't seed. I did have that in my one video, right? About saving the seed, and some of that stuff I was showing you was not even seeds. I've learned better. I know now. I I got it. I got it. And I have a bunch of it saved. So I'm excited for the spring. Anyhow, I'm excited for the spring to plant them, and hopefully they will grow. One more thing about the garden, and then we'll talk about diamond paintings. But as I was digging up and pulling out the zinnias and the things that I'd planted this year, I planted them in what we call cow pots. They're biodegradable. They're supposed to just, dissolve in the ground. The roots can come through. The plants will grow just fine. And you don't have to take your little seedlings out. You can just plant them in the ground in their little pot, which is much easier than trying to take them out of a tray. Okay? It was kind of interesting today as I was digging things up that most of those plants were still in the little pot. Now, was it falling apart a little bit? Was some of it disintegrated? Yes. Were there roots sticking out through the pots? Yes. But most of the plants I dug up still had the little cow pot attached to them somehow in their root system. I thought that was very interesting. I thought they would have, you know, biodegraded a little bit more than they did, but no, they were still there. I thought that was very interesting. So, anyhow, no, not a cow pie. Not a cow pie. Right? I mean, you guys are talking about moms passing away. I mean, I was in my 60s when my mom passed away. My mom was 80. What was she? 85, 80. I don't know. I don't know. Um, it's a it's a hard thing to lose a parent, no matter what. I'll just say that it's hard. It's I don't know. Brings up different things for different people. That's a good way to put it. Different things for different people. You know? Yeah. Anyhow, my time for diamond paintings is Christmas. It is Christmas. Christmas is my favorite season. Winter, I like winter things, diamond painting, but Christmas is my time. Okay? I love spring, but as a holiday, Christmas is mine. Christmas is mine. Okay? So everybody's going gaga, ooga, gaga, all over this Halloween stuff. And Mindy is just sitting over here going, no, 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 no. Right? But Christmas comes on the scene, and I'm like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What to do? Right? So when Diamond Art Club announces we're coming out with 30 Christmas images, I'm like, oh God. Lord help me, Lord help me, right? So that's tough on a person. That's tough. Um, but again, some of my friends were very nice and helped me out a little bit. So I bought some stuff. I bought some stuff. I did. And let me just say this. Donna Gelsinger, like just Donna Gelsinger. How many? There were more than I even thought were Donna Gelsinger because some I didn't look up. Like, I believe one of the nativity paintings was Donna Gelsinger, and I didn't realize that even. So I know there was at least 4, 5. How many Donnas were there? I don't even know. I'd have to go back and count now to figure out how many were by her, right? Because there were so many that she did. And I was just like, jaw on the floor, jaw on the floor. Ah. Right? So that's when I wish I diamond painted more. That's when I wish I got more done. I got things done quicker, but I don't. So love me Christmas. Love me some Christmas, right? Um, toilet paper inside rolls to start plants in. Um, I'm not gonna save my toilet paper rolls, Sue. I don't think. I was in my element, Paula. That's my element. My time to shine. Dreamer Designs got me the week before. You know, they were doing their Christmas thing. But Joe thinks there's six Donna Gelsingers. That's crazy. It's absolutely insane that there was that many from her. But they were all beautiful. Beautiful. And you know me. I love landscapes. I love snowmen. And boy, did we come through with that. I'm still confused by the very first one that came out this week, which was a Donna Gelsinger, and it was a little cabin in the woods. And the description talked about the red truck pulling up to your cabin and the stack of presents by the mailbox. And I'm like, there's no red truck here. There's no mailbox. There's no presents. What was up with that description? The description did not match the painting at all. Well, a little bit, but there were definitely some elements that were missing. What's up with that? I didn't understand that. I did not get that at all. But I did get the painting. Yes, that was one. Mm-hmm. Mm. Were they all Donna Gelsingers? Uh, yeah, I think so. I believe so. Yes. Partial to Thanksgiving. Nice. I like fall. I like fall. And there were never any real like fall paintings. Not really. You know, like give me some leaves and pretty trees and scarecrows and, I like that stuff. But they really didn't ever have anything like that, did they? I, Not that I recall. So, April, look at you. April, strong. Paula, strong. Sherry, no. And it's really starting to annoy me. It's starting to annoy me. Yeah. White Christmas. What's White Christmas? They had a inside of a house. Is that White Christmas? That wasn't it, was it? Um, Anyhow, no. And I keep calling. We have two in the area, two Joannes in the area. And I keep calling. And at one location, I thought I was gonna hit the jackpot bingo because I asked about Christmas diamond paintings, and they were like, "Yeah, we have some Christmas diamond paintings that came in." I'm like, "Okay, can you tell me if you have?" You know. And so then I made the person go back and look, and they came back and they're like, "I'm sorry, we really don't have very many. We have Hello Kitty." And I was like, I don't want Hello Kitty. That's not what I'm looking for. Not what I'm looking for. Sure, you're calling every day, right? I know. I feel like I am too. You know, but they don't know it's me all the time when I'm calling. No, they don't know it's me. They don't know it's the same person. Who's this crazy person that keeps calling? Like, eh. Well, but it's got to show up eventually. It's got to show up eventually. I had to go to Hobby Lobby to get one skein of yarn. I did really good. When I went to Hobby Lobby, I got some buttons, one little packet of buttons, some black thread, and my skein of yarn. But I was wondering if Hobby Lobby was going to do Susan Wingate this year. They didn't have any, but I don't know if they are or not. I don't know. I know. We're all having a hard time. We're having a hard time. Which one is it then, Brenda? The living room decorated in white. Okay, but there was a living room that was white with gold, and the most recent one was a living room that was white with blue, right? There was a white with gold and a white with blue. Which one did you get? White with gold or white with blue? I'm trying to just stab a drill in my box and it's not. Here it comes. There it comes. It came out. It came out. Okay, I got it. All right. Let me just tell you guys. The white with the blue was really pretty. Bye, Michelle. Thanks for hanging out. Let me show you something very exciting. I gotta scroll up here and see exactly what you can see. I've got a picture of it too, Sherry. I have totally got a picture of it. Okay, let me show you something. You see this little release paper here, right? I'm gonna move everything a little bit here. Hang on. Hang on, I got this beautiful, beautiful cover minder in the way. Let me move it down here. I'll get it out of the way of my drills and stuff. And let me move this. I'm moving and I'm sliding all at the same time. Moving and sliding so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay? Can you see it yet? Did I move it far enough so you can see? Did I move far enough? Have I moved far enough? Maybe? Maybe. Okay. See this? See this right here? this little bit of release paper, which is not even the whole release paper. See, it's only this much of the release paper. It's only that much right there. See? Well, what? Uh-oh. Cat's clawing down. That's all I have left. That's it. That's all I have left. It's a very boring section too, isn't it? I think it's the tree. I think it's the oh, it is. Oh yeah. Yeah. So this is what I'm going to be working on. I'm going to be working on the tree branch up here with a little bit of green. There's a little tiny bit of pink in it, but it's a lot of brown and gray and the tree. But that's it. That's it. That's all that's left. All right. That's it. And it will be done. It will be done. It will be done. So a couple days, hopefully, it is finished. Finished. I know. I really need to just make a quick little video for November to just explain. But you guys who are here know, do what you want to do. Okay? Work on whatever you want to work on that has something to do with a gnome. You can do a special drill gnome. You can do a stand-up gnome. You can do gnome keychains. You can do whatever. Post once a week. Post once a week a photo. I'll have a post in the Facebook group. Post once a week. Okay? If you're doing a big painting, just post a progress picture once a week. If you're doing a whole bunch of progress, you're only a whole bunch of projects. If you're doing several projects, you're going to get one entry to giveaways. One. So if you make one post, and I don't know if you can post multiple photos in your comment. I don't know. But just do one. Okay, one. One post. If you do multiple pictures in that comment, then you can add multiple pictures. I don't know if you can though. But just do one. Okay? Nope. No rules. Really. No rules, Melinda. Work on something with gnomes on it. Right? Just work on something with gnomes. Okay? I mean, I think Maritza's gonna crochet some gnomes even. I'm like, crochet a gnome. I don't really care. Just work on gnome stuff. Okay? Work on gnome things. And post once a week in the Facebook group. You don't have any gnomes. Well, April.
Steak?
Sure.
Let's go.
April has no gnomes. That's sad. So that's the rules. That's it. Pretty easy. And have fun. Diamond paint some gnomes. All right. Okay. I'm gonna let you guys go. And gonna see how that game's going too. How that MSU get. Yes, April. See? Thank you. That's why I did this. That's why I did this. And my allergies are a little bit better. I think I'm going to try that other pill I took earlier again. It seemed to help. What is it called? I don't even remember. Dale used to take it for allergy stuff. I don't know. Can't remember what it is. All right. You guys have a good, rest of your week, weekend, all that stuff. And thank you. Just thank you for being you and making things a little better in my world. Okay? All right. See you guys later.